Hello guys, it's your boy AD back with another video. Now in today's video we're gonna be doing with Naruto was like Naruto the neglected demon basically, part 1. So yeah, anyways, basically I posted a couple of videos earlier and basically saying asking about the ship and shit, and most of you guys, like at least 70% of you guys picked female Kuma, but I really wanted to do with Naruto X Albedo because Naruto will be a demon and Albedo is a succubus, which is basically a demon that's made for stuff that you guys probably don't want to know. But yeah, anyways, basically I asked you guys if I should add her, and a lot of you guys said yes and stuff. So yeah, basically I have the both of them with Naruto, and I was gonna do it so just Albedo gets teleported to the Naruto world, but it's gonna be boring if I do it like that. So I'm gonna do it another way. So yeah, anyways, basically let's just get the video started. So basically the way we're gonna start this story up is with a 5-year-old Naruto. No, actually, no. Like when Naruto was born, basically, my bad. Anyways, basically, when Naruto was born, he got the Kurama's soul still inside of him. But Kurama's name is actually Kumi, but I'm just gonna call her Kurama because I'm not gonna try and, change her name and stuff because I'm not gonna remember and it's gonna be hard for me. So I'm just gonna keep calling her Kuma, but yeah, you guys can just think of her as Kumi. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, what her name is. So yeah, anyways, basically Kushina, when the Nineta gets extracted from her, there's like 1% of the Nineta's chakra left in her, but she won't be able to use it. It will just vanish over time. So yeah, all it was able to do was keep her alive. So when she got stabbed, it not only didn't went half as bad as it did in canon, it only hit a little bit and it didn't went as deep. Basically, it only hit a couple of his skin and stuff. So it didn't really get all the way in because Hiruzen uses his staff to push back the Ninetales a little bit, so it didn't go all the way in to Kushina and Minato. So yeah. Anyways, basically, Kushina passed out after that, and Minato was about to do the Whippy Death Seal. He was just about to do the final hand seal, but he wasn't grab his hand and basically messed up the hand seal and basically tell him that he's gonna do it, and Minato nods and basically grabs Naruto and Mema and Mito because Mema and Mito are boring this one. And basically he just teleports to his house and passed out. And what's it called? He was in does the hands. Oh no, actually no, never mind. Minato just passed out outside. He was in the 90s, and he was in using the Whippy Death Seal to seal 50% of the chakra in Mema and Mito each, and then the soul, the 100% of the soul into Naruto. Actually, no. He gets 50% of the chakra, and Mema and Mito get 25% each. My bad. So yeah, anyways, they get that, and basically what happens is Hiruzen dies, and they get a funeral for him and whatnot, and then Minato wakes up, teleports Mema and Mito and Naruto and Kushina to the hospital, and they were up. When Kushina and Minato recover, they kind of hate Naruto because Naruto was the only one that got kidnapped, and basically they're like, if it wasn't for you, none of this would ever happen, basically. And when they look on Mema and Mito's stomach, they see the seal, but Naruto's seal isn't showing up, and that's because Kurama isn't making her chakra go wild, basically, but Mema and Mito's chakra is just going wild because it doesn't have a brain to control it, basically. So yeah, anyways, that happens, and I'm gonna say in this one, the tail beasts are actually more actual demons, but they are demons, but they still have brains and stuff, so they're not just like I want to kill everything and destroy everything, but they're actual demons. So yeah, anyways, that's yeah. Anyways, basically, uh, Minato, blames Naruto, and Kushina does the same. And at this point, Kushina doesn't have the Niter chakra anymore; it just runs out. So yeah, and actually no, she has it for like a little bit longer, and then we skip for about when Naruto is 3 years old, and by the way, Naruto is the oldest by like 10 minutes or so. So yeah, anyways, basically we skip to when Naruto is like 3, and Naruto gets kicked out of his house basically, and Mema and Mito are laughing and training with Kushina and Minato. And Kushina is basically trying to get them to control the chakra. And Mema asks Kushina what is he even trying to basically learn basically. And Kushina uses all of the 1% of the Naruto chakra that she has to basically show the cloak for like 1 second, and basically it just runs out. And me and Mito were like, oh, that's cool. And basically, yeah, she can't use it no more. It runs out and goes to Naruto. So Naruto has 51% of chakra now. So yeah, anyways, basically Naruto gets kicked out, and basically, when he gets kicked out, he goes and calls away, and basically is about to try and go to sleep basically outside, and he sleeps. And we skip about a week later. Naruto is just sleeping outside, eating whatever he can and whatnot. And basically, what's it called? There's a mob of villagers that found out he got kicked out, and basically they're like, demon got kicked out basically, and they go after him, and they basically start beating on him and whatnot. And Minato and Kushina, I must say, they were on basically a date, but they brought Mema and Mito along to just sightseeing or whatever. And basically, they saw Naruto, and Naruto smiled, thinking they're gonna save me. And then Minato and them was walking up to Naruto, making Naruto even more hopeful. But then he saw basically Minato took out a kunai and basically stabbed them in his chest, and then Kushina pulled chakra chains and basically took away all of his chakra. Like he couldn't use it for like he wouldn't be able to use it for a whole week normally. And Mema and Mito kicked him away and basically spit on him, and then they basically left. And Naruto was like, so that's basically how they basically hate me and shit and whatnot. So yeah, anyways, basically that happens, and he basically passes out with the villagers just beating on him more, and he passes out. And at this point, the villagers realize that they think he's dead, and they're like about to leave. But we skip over to Naruto's mindscape. Kuma is in her human form, which looks like this. And basically she has this form, but she can take out the 9 tails. Basically kind of like Killer Bee can take out the 8 tails tentacles or whatnot, kind of like that. So yeah, anyways, but she doesn't always have it out because yeah, she doesn't wanna. Anyways, basically she's just chilling and whatnot, and then Naruto appears in the mindscape and basically wakes up to find her just basically sitting down, just resting basically. And basically Naruto goes up to her and is like, hey, who are you? How and stuff like that. And Kurama opens her eyes to see Naruto, and she's like, hi, I'm the Ninetales basically. And Naruto says, oh, so you're the reason why I'm hated basically. Now Kurama's like, yes. And then Naruto's like, oh, well, alright, I guess. And then basically Naruto asks him what's her name. And Kurama says, I'm Kurama and stuff. And then Naruto says, why is she in a cage? And then Kurama explains the whole sitting thing and whatnot. And then Naruto nods, understanding and stuff like that. And Naruto is actually smart in this one, like hell smart. So yeah, anyways, if you know how smart Demiurge is and Albedo combined, basically that's how smart Naruto is. So yeah, you can say he's as smart as Albedo and Demiurge think that Ainz is. Is. So yeah, anyways, basically yeah, basically Naruto talks with Kurama for a while and somewhat became friends with her, but not like too much friends, not like lovers or anything yet. So yeah, they're alright basically. And Kurama looks in Naruto's in the real world basically, and she sees that Naruto is about to get killed, and Kurama says, "Oh, you're gonna die basically." And Naruto's like, "Wait, what? Seriously? Is there any way to save me?" And Kurama basically says, "Yes, I will have to basically change your body a little bit." And Naruto's like, "Oh, I just do it. Just make sure I'm safe, basically." And she pumps a bunch of chakra into him, and it basically awakens something in Naruto. And we're gonna do a quick little flashback to Minato and Kushina's parents, basically. I'm gonna say they were born the same day, same place, basically. They were just, the family was close, basically. So yeah, anyways, basically, Minato's dad and mom were demons, and Minato's Kushina's mom and dad was also demons, basically. And they didn't want Minato and Kushina to be found out because they knew how the demons were not loved and shit. So basically, there's a sealing jutsu, a really overpowered sealing jutsu that kills them in the process. It basically makes it so the bloodline is sealed away permanently, and it even seals away for the like children, grandchildren, and whatnot. So the only way that this seal can be broken is if another demon uses their chakra and a lot of it to basically awaken the thing. And that's exactly what Kuma did. She basically awakens Naruto's demon side. In the real world, Naruto's hair changes to white and black, basically. Like the middle of it is kind of blackish, and then the outside is white. Kind of like this picture. He becomes exactly like how this picture looks like. So yeah, and his eyes turn red and whatnot, and basically he gets up with a menacing looking around on him and basically starts slaughtering all the villagers. And the Uzumaki Namikaze family is gone at this point. They weren't there anymore, so yeah. And basically Naruto slaughters all the villagers, and then he basically gets to goes to a forest, finds a cave, and passes out. And he meets up with Kurama again and asks her what did she do. And she explains what happened about the whole demon shit. And Naruto's like, "Oh, so I was actually a real demon." And Kurama's like, "Yes," and stuff. And she's like, "But don't worry about it. It doesn't mean you have to be evil. Your power isn't exactly evil. It just makes you really strong." And Naruto's like, "Oh, I see, I suppose." And then, but one thing that Kurama didn't know was that his demon powers made him not really care much about humans. Like, kind of like how Ainz, when he was human, he cared about human, but when he became the overlord, he didn't care about killing a bunch of humans and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, but she didn't know about that, so that's why she didn't tell Naruto about it. But yeah, anyways, basically that happens. Naruto, we're gonna do a time skip to when Naruto was 5. He gets an apartment because he somehow got it. Blood armor. Anyways, basically, Naruto was walking, and then he saw the Namikaze family sitting down and eating at Ichiraku ramen, where he was about to get ramen, but he stopped because he saw them there, so he didn't want to go back there anymore. But he was about to turn around when he saw a guy with long, spiky black, white hair basically sitting there, and a girl with long blonde hair and shit sitting there, being Tsunade and Jiraiya, and he basically snuck around the place to hear Jiraiya and Tsunade explaining about the prophecy shit and telling them that it's gonna be, Menma or Mito, and totally leaving Naruto out of it, even though it's actually Naruto. But yeah, this prophecy is about to change real quick. Anyways, basically, Naruto kind of gets annoyed, but not really. I mean, he didn't really care much about the place anymore because of his demon side awakening. So yeah, he doesn't care about the village. I mean, his new mindset on the villages. The village is scum. I can either leave the village or just let it be, or just live in it. If it gets attacked, it gets attacked. If it gets destroyed, it gets destroyed. He doesn't care basically. So yeah. Anyways, now we're gonna do a time skip about to the academy actually. Yeah, to the academy. The last day of the academy, Naruto gets first place basically, and then what's it called? And Naruto has been training with Kurama a lot at this point. At this point, he's at least mid Jonin at this point, and I mean a real good low Jonin, like not like actual low Jonin, just a real good one. So yeah, not those sideline ninjas, actual like, yeah, basically you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, basically, he beats in Mema and Mito and Sasuke asked him to basically challenge him for first place, and then what's it called, Naruto accepts this challenge because he doesn't care and basically beats the actual fuck out of all three of them. And then Minato was there and get pissed and basically find Raijin there, hits Naruto with a Rasengan. So yeah, sorry about that, I got majorly interrupted. So yeah, anyways, basically, basically after this what if, like, today might be a double upload because I want to do if Naruto had a spear Basquiat, which is basically from the 7th deadly sin, which is the spear of the first fairy king Gluxinia. But anyways, just stay tuned for that. And basically, anyways, let's just consider the what if. Basically, Naruto gets hit by Minato, who hits him with a Rasengan, and he basically goes flying back a little bit because he wasn't really trying to fight him, and he didn't expect Minato to just jump in like that. He knew Minato was there, but he didn't expect him to just, go out of nowhere and attack him. And then basically, Minato starts, making a bunch of Rasengans, trying to hit Naruto with it, using Flying Raijin and whatnot. But Naruto is dodging most of them, but he isn't showing off all his power, so he's just dodging, isn't really attacking back. So yeah. Even though Naruto is a demon, but he's not a mindless beast, so he knows what he is, truly damn smart. But anyways, basically, Naruto lets himself get hit by most of them. But yeah, anyways, in the end, like after 5 minutes or so, Kushina jumps in and basically uses a chakra chain to basically hold Naruto, and Minato hits him with a couple of Rasengans, and basically Naruto acts like he gets knocked out, but he doesn't get knocked out for real. And then basically Minato grabs Mema, Mito, and Sasuke, flying right into the hospital and shit, and basically heals them, right? And yeah, and then comes back, and Naruto they left him there to basically hopefully get attacked by villagers and stuff like that. But yeah, Naruto isn't gonna get attacked by anybody. Anyways, basically we skip about 2 hours later. Naruto is just at his house chilling, and basically he was just in his mindscape and basically talking to Kurama. So yeah, anyways, basically what's it called, Naruto and Kurama are like basically really good friends, like. So yeah, anyways, We skip to over to the council. Basically, about an hour later, Naruto is called to the council, and basically he gets called there, and Minato and all them, they're like, Naruto Uzumaki Namakaze, and Naruto's like, don't call me that, just call me Naruto Kuma, basically. And they're like, whatever, and then they basically say Naruto Kuma, and they basically tell him that he is banished from the leaf from now on, basically. And Naruto's like, oh, I see, basically. And then he's like, alright, I'm out, basically. And everyone was like, what the hell? They were expecting him to kind of like fight back because they thought he wanted to be in the family and whatnot. So they were expecting him to fight back, but he just basically turned around and was like, I'm out. But anyway, basically Naruto left, and everyone is pretty shocked, but they weren't really angry about it or anything. They're just like, whatever, go to wait for that demon, basically. Anyways, basically, we skip about a week later. The Team 7 is actually Mema, Mito, and Sasuke in this one. And when Kakashi comes and asks about the dreams and whatnot, what Sasuke says, what's it in canon, because Sasuke still massacres the Uchiha clan and whatnot. And Mema and Mito say they like their family, they dislike a certain demon, and basically they ask for their dreams, and they're like, our dreams is to become demon slayer, to basically slay the demon, talking about Naruto. So yeah, anyways, basically that happens, and we skip over to Naruto. He basically walks out the village, and basically he goes and starts going to random direction, but unknowing to him, he was actually going to the Uzumaki village place area. So yeah, and then we skip over to the overlord world, basically. And for any of you guys who don't read the light novel, you might want to skip this part because there might be a little bit of spoilers. But yeah. Anyways, basically, we skip over to when the Great Tomb of Nazarick attacked the city of Riesti or whatever, and then takes over and becomes the Sorcerer Kingdom, and gets to have the Emperor as one of his state or whatever, and then takes over the other kingdom, whatever it's called, Riesti's kingdom or something. Anyways, basically we skip over to after this thing. I'm gonna say basically every single country and whatnot managed to make an alliance, and they all attack Ainzo going at once. And basically, unlucky for Ainz, Albedo and everyone was out the tomb, like all the floor guards and whatnot. The only one that was there was like that one little guy, the freaking floor guardian, the 8th floor, I believe. So yeah, he can't really fight. The only thing he can do is die and create a super special type of spell, whatever. So yeah, anyways, basically, Ainz gets overthrown. Like every single people attack him. Like they get Platinum Dragon, everybody, the Vampire Princess, every single person in our Overlord attacks him except for that Great Tomb people. And basically they barely overpowers him. Like I'm talking, it was a really close fight, but like most of them died or get really injured, but Ainz in the end lost to some degree. And basically the Floor Guardian came back. Everyone like Albedo and all them came back and saw Ainz bleeding out, basically. And they basically rushed over trying to heal him. But it was kind of too late for Ainz because Ainz realized he was dying, so he didn't want, Ainz thinks of the Floor Guardian as his sons and daughters and whatnot. And basically, he thinks of them as, his friends' son and daughters and whatnot. So he kind of like family and whatnot. So he wants to protect them. So he basically wastes away uses the last of his powers in Life Force to basically uses overpowered one time only use spell, which you know how Ainz can use a ability called dimensional slash or something. He basically uses something like that, but on a humongous, more powerful scale, and basically a cuts a hole to that actual dimension, and basically makes the hole big enough so the whole Great Tomb of Nazarick gets teleported to a different dimension. And he does it to a dimension that he knows that is weaker than that is weak enough so they wouldn't hurt any of the Floor Guardians. So he sends them to the Naruto world because I'm gonna say he liked Naruto, and the Naruto universe, not Naruto himself, but he basically likes the Naruto universe and knows that people from Naruto can't beat the people from Overlord. So he's like, alright, I'm gonna do the same thing there and make sure they're safe. And basically use that spell, basically finishing him off in the process. So yeah, anyways, the Four Guardians are pretty sad, but when he gets to, before he dies, before they get teleported, Ainz basically says, when you get there should be a person called Naruto Uzumaki or something, and basically follow his orders. Like I give him, he can basically take my place. So yeah, anyways, basically they obey basically. So yeah, and they get teleported to the Naruto world, and the Great Tomb of Nazarick is like right in the middle of the Whirlpool village, because he remembered that the Whirlpool was a place that was destroyed, so no one was there. So he was like, I'm just gonna put it there because no one used it anyway, and it wouldn't kill anybody pretty much when it gets there. So yeah, anyways, basically that happens, and Albedo is devastated, but in the process of basically Ainz changing her basically obedience or whatnot, her loyalty or whatever, basically the spell that, you know how Ainz changed her commands to basically make it so she's not a slut and basically only love him, it basically changed it to where she loves Naruto. So yeah, and basically that happens, and yeah, anyways, I may actually do a redo of the Overlord suit that where if Naruto was the Overlord, because I didn't read the light novel when I did the first time. So this time I read the light novel, or listen to it, or whatever you want to call it, and basically I'm gonna be able to make it better. So yeah, anyways, if you guys want that, let me know in the comments. So yeah, I might post a poll when I get my community tab, but yeah, anyways, might take a while. But yeah, anyways, basically, yeah, Naruto is walking to the place, and he barely gets there to see the place glowing with basically darkness, and then it basically comes down slowly, and he basically like, what the hell is that? And basically was like, I'm gonna go check it out because he's attracted to darkness. He's a fucking demon. Like, so yeah, anyways, basically he walks, and basically he goes straight to the barrier thingy that was protecting the place. Not the Overlord one, just the regular Uzumaki one. And then he basically gets to the tomb. Like, you probably know what it looks like, but if you don't, just look it up, because I didn't have a picture of it right now. So yeah, anyways, basically he walks in, and when he gets like almost next to that little, how in canon for Overlord, when that one, they attracted those a bunch of adventurers and stuff, those like a little house thingy. Yeah, he basically, when he gets next to that one little house, basically all the battle mages, all the battle maids or whatever, like whatever the fuck you call these maids, basically they all appear, and they basically holding their hands next to Naruto's neck, basically going to pierce it. Until they're like, who are you and why are you here, basically. And basically Naruto's like, I'm Naruto, and I just came here because I heard that this place was supposed to be my home. And basically, they're like, wait, are you Naruto Uzumaki? And then Naruto says, I would rather you not call me that name, but yeah. And they basically kneel down and they're like, we're so sorry, Master Naruto, and basically, and stuff like that. And Naruto's like, what the hell just happened, basically? And they basically tell him to come with us and we'll explain. And he basically goes to the throne room, and basically Albedo and them tell him to basically take a seat. And he does, and they explain what happened. Basically, we're looking down because they're pretty sad about Ainzo Gon being dead. So yeah. And they start wondering if that's what happened to the other 41 other basically the other members of the guild, the 41 other ones or whatever, or 40 or whatever. Anyways, basically Naruto's like, oh, I see, basically. And he's like, so you guys are basically gonna listen to everything I say? And basically they nod and whatnot. And Naruto's like, I see. And he basically gets an evil smirk, thinking maybe I might destroy the Leaf Village. Anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna destroy him, probably will, but we'll see. Anyways, basically Naruto's like, alright. And I must say Naruto's kind of he's more of a, not exactly a pervert, just like he'll do stuff to people he like. He's kind of like, you know how Kiba, like the Izunaka clan people will be doing stuff to prove their superiority or whatever. He's gonna be doing a lot of stuff that's proof he's superior and whatnot. So he basically realized that there's a staff just standing there floating, and he basically grabs it and he points it at Albedo and sees her commands or whatever, the thingies that basically makes her personality, her fighting style, whatever. He sees them and he sees that she's deeply in love with him, basically. And he smirks and basically he's thinking, damn, I see, basically. And yeah, that happens. And Kurama is basically at this point thinking, damn, I'm so jealous. And basically, she accidentally opened the link without realizing, and Naruto is hearing about this. He starts laughing, and Kurama says, wait, you heard that? Basically, and Naruto's like, yeah, you accidentally opened the link or something. And Kurama starts blushing and says, just forget you heard any of that and stuff. And Naruto says, nah. And basically, he's like, you know, you're pretty cute and shit. And basically, Kurama starts blushing even more. And this might be a little cringy because I'm not into that romance shit. So yeah, it's probably gonna be trash because I'm not into romance and shit like that. But yeah, try my best here, okay? Anyways, basically Naruto just keeps complimenting her and shit like that, and then stuff happened and Naruto appears in the mindscape and basically starts, you know, making art with her. And Kurama is like basically starts dating with him basically at this point. Anyways, we go back to the normal world, and Albedo asks Naruto, is he alright, basically? And she's like, you know how in the beginning of Overlord, Albedo was like, over Momonga's basically right in front of his face, and like all her chest and stuff was showing over the screen and shit. It's basically happening. And Naruto kind of blushes a little bit because Albedo's fucking hot. But yeah, anyways, and if you this is Naruto's KCM 2 basically, and this is Naruto's KCM 1 basically, and this is what his KCM avatar kind of looks like, since he's already friends with Kurama, so he kind of already has them. I just forgot to tell you guys. But yeah, except the fox kind of is black instead of like this color instead of orange and whatnot, and so is Naruto's thingy. But yeah, and these are the floor guardians if you don't know about him. This is basically, I forgot his name, Pendo actor I believe, and this guy we never got his name. This is Kokaitis, Demiurge, that's Ainz, never mind about him. I think his name is, I forgot his name. These two I never remember the name. This is Salchir and this is Albedo. Anyways, and this is the one that, you know, the 8th Frog Guardian one. But yeah, anyways, basically I forgot his name as well. Anyways, basically, Naruto is that I'm alright basically, and Albedo's like, oh, okay, I see, basically, and she tries to stay as close to Naruto as possible without basically getting in trouble, and Naruto gets up and basically the floor guards are like, what are you doing basically? And then Naruto says, just watch. And basically he left off his shirt, and basically Alberto starts getting a nosebleed. And basically his hand starts growing, and he slams his hand into his chest, his stomach basically, and it pulls out some red essence basically that looks like a red ball basically, and then he basically drops it on the ground, and it starts basically forming Kurama. And basically Kurama's out of the seal now because plot armor. Anyways, that happens, and the frog guardian looks at him in shock, and this starts thinking maybe he's not a just a normal weak human basically. Maybe he's actually strong like Ainz basically. This is what they starts thinking. But yeah, anyways, that happens. And Naruto smirks and basically gives Kurama a quick kiss, making Albedo super jealous. And you see a darkish purple aura surrounding Albedo. And now Naruto goes over and says, no need to be jealous. And basically he gives Albedo a kiss as well, making her blush and basically be like this. And yeah, and Sachio kind of gets a little jealous, but isn't as bad as like Albedo or anything. So yeah. Anyways, basically that happens. Demiurge and all them feel Naruto what's happening and whatnot. And then basically Naruto is like, alright. Anyways, that happens, and we see what's it called? Oh yeah, Naruto has all the Death Knight and all them that Ainz had. He can basically control them, but he can't create them. He can just control them. So yeah. Anyways, basically, he calls for a Death Knight and tells the Death Knight to basically go around in small villages and basically conquer them, because he's like, why not continue this guy's dreams? And he basically give me this gift, I might as well just fulfill his last dreams basically. And he's like, oh, I'm just gonna do it because why not? And basically he sends a bunch of Death Knights, and luckily for what's his name, Tazuna, one of the villages that he sent his Death Knight to was Tazuna's village. So basically, I must say he sent like 2 of them or something over there, and basically they got there, killed Zabuza Gato easy, and basically took over the place. And they had a paper telling them that basically Lord Naruto is taking over this village and the world soon, basically. So yeah, and you will obey basically or will die. And they know they couldn't fight those monsters, so they're like, fuck it. So yeah, anyways, that happens, and basically the Land of Waves creates a alliance, I guess you can say, with the Great Tomb of Nazarick, but just basically being ordered by Great Tomb of Nazarick. But yeah, the Rain Village, the same thing happens. Snow Village, Tanzaku Town, the one town that Tsunade was in, whatever town, those town, whatever. So yeah, anyways, basically that happens, and they basically send a lot of resources to the Great Tomb of Nazarick, and the Great Tomb of Nazarick starts building a village over at the Uzumaki place. Starts fixing it and call it the Demon Village basically. And basically word gets around to the 5 Kages that there's a village being formed called the Demon Village, and they hear that they have really great, powerful like they have really weird and powerful stuff basically, and they think and basically they all are kind of curious about the demon village and the leaf village. What Dan's was thinking, I could send some Ambu there since there's a new village. I could just take over and basically have it form a great alliance with the Leaf Village and basically take over the whole world. But yeah, anyway, basically, what's his name? Minato thinks, we should try and check it out and see if it's a threat and maybe eliminate it if it's a threat. The Cloud Village is thinking pretty similar to Danzo, and same as the Rock Village, the Stone Village, or whatever you call it. Sand Village is like, let's just check it out. Basically, he's not thinking any evil thought or good thought. He's just like neutral, basically, and it can't same with the Mist because they're still recovering from that. Actually, no, they haven't recovered. Oh, actually, what's it called? Yago is still alive. Yeah, he's still controlling the Mist Village at this point. So yeah. Anyways, basically, they Yago, the Mizukage got help from we're gonna do a quick little flashback. After about a month when Naruto got there, Naruto knew about the Yard birth shit, and basically he made Yard not Yard birth exactly. Well, actually, yeah, he made it so Yard birth went over and basically massacred all the ninjas from the Mist Village that was working for Yagura and basically gave control to Mai and whatnot. So yeah, and then he basically went back to Nazarick. And yeah, and basically that happens and what's it called? Anyways, basically that happens and what's it called? They kind of have a alliance with the Great Lord Nazarick, but it's not like the kind of alliance that Naruto wants them to have. Like, it's not like he listens to they listen to every single order Naruto gives. But yeah, it's a normal alliance basically. So yeah, anyways, basically, I'm actually gonna change Naruto's king. Actually, well, Naruto's kingdom is like the demon kingdom, the demon village, but his ruler name, like Kage or whatever name, is basically the great demon Naruto. Yeah, basically that's what his name is. Great. Yeah, basically that's what Naruto's Hokage name is. It's kind of a lame name, but yeah, I'm trying to give him a similar name to the Great King Ainzo, the Great Sorcerer King Ainzo Gon, basically. But yeah, if you guys have any better suggestions for the name, I wouldn't mind because it's kind of a bad name. But yeah, anyways, basically that happens and they call 5 Kage meeting basically, and they actually invite Naruto in there, and Naruto takes along. Well, the Leaf Village takes along Kushina, Joya, Tsunade, and Minato, and I'm gonna say Mito just to show off the Char prophecy, and also Sasuke just to show off the Sharingan. But Naruto takes himself, obviously, and basically he takes Albedo, Demiurge, and Kurama, of course, and basically what's his name? Sachir. And also should I take and also Kokaitis just to scare people. So yeah. That's basically who he takes on. And they basically get to a Kage area thingy majiggy and basically Naruto has a what's it called? He has a what's it called? You know that mask that one of the Purge maids, or you know the spider one. I forgot her name, but she basically has a cute little doll mask type thing. Yeah, Naruto wears something like that, but except it doesn't have a spider holding it, and it has a lip bug or whatever. So he has the voice of a different person, and basically he goes to a Kage meeting like that. But although Kage start talking for a bit, and basically it's called, they ask Naruto who he is, and basically Naruto is like, oh, so you figured out that was a mask, and now they're like, they nod, and basically Naruto basically takes off the mask, and they see his mask, and they basically shocked, and they're like, what, Naruto? And basically that's what I'm gonna bring up. And hope you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, next part I'll be going over basically how they're gonna react to seeing Naruto as a Kage, and basically seeing all these strong people following Naruto and whatnot, and how Naruto is gonna put them in their places. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoy, and stay tuned for the if Naruto had the Spirit Spear Basquiat. And yeah, anyways, I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.